She went to the store for cereal. What she got was humiliation, a slap, and a moment that would shake the internet. In a crowded grocery aisle, a pregnant woman's quiet strength was tested by a stranger's rage. But what happened next sparked a wave of justice, community, and unexpected courage. This isn't just about a slap. It's about what happens when decency is shattered in public, and the world refuses to look away. It was supposed to be a quick Saturday errand, the kind of routine that gives rhythm to an ordinary family's weekend. But on that particular afternoon in suburban Ohio, inside the fluorescent-lit aisles of a mid-sized grocery store, something small and mean turned into something much bigger and far more important. Emma Collins, 32 weeks pregnant and glowing in that quiet, tired way mothers often do, pushed a shopping cart down the narrow cereal aisle. Her maternity dress hung loose over her round belly. Her dark brown hair was tied back in a simple knot. It was a hot day, and the store's air conditioning felt like a blessing. Marcus, her husband, had taken their toddler, Lucas, to grab milk and baby wipes from the far end of the store. Emma wanted to handle this part alone. She craved normalcy, independence. Even now, even with her back aching and her feet swollen, she wanted to prove she could still manage life on her own terms. The cereal aisle was tight, the kind of layout you complain about but never report. Shelves towered. 2 carts, passing side by side, would be a squeeze. Up ahead stood a woman blocking most of the aisle. Her cart was overloaded. Her stance was wide and immovable. The woman was maybe mid-40s. Sharp blonde bob, expensive yoga pants, sunglasses perched on her head like a crown. Her energy was unmistakably tense. She stared at granola boxes like they owed her answers. Emma waited. Cleared her throat politely. No response. She smiled tight, but sincere, and tried to maneuver past as Emma inched forward. Her cart barely tapped the corner of the woman's, a minor, almost imperceptible bump. Something that wouldn't even register in any other moment. But the woman turned, like a trigger pulled. Her voice exploded in the aisle, sharp and loud. "You hit my cart. You think you get to just push through because you're pregnant?" Emma blinked, startled. "I'm so sorry." "The aisle is—" "Don't play that game," the woman snapped, stepping closer. "You walk around with that big belly like the world owes you something. Some of us have real lives." Emma held up her hands, trying to diffuse. "I didn't mean anything. It's really tight in here." And the slap came out of nowhere. It landed across Emma's left cheek with a crack that silenced the aisle. Her hand flew to her face, her vision blurred. The impact jolted her to the core, not just her body, but her instincts, her baby. Panic overtook everything. Was the baby okay? Was she bleeding? Was this really happening? Gasps erupted. Shoppers stopped mid-step. One woman dropped a can of beans. A child clung to his mother's leg. Someone whispered, "Did she just hit a pregnant woman?" Marcus arrived seconds later, holding Lucas in one arm and a pack of wipes in the other. He saw Emma's face before he saw the woman, her cheek flushed red, her body frozen, her eyes filled with tears. "What happened?" he asked, stepping in. "That woman just hit me," Emma whispered, her voice cracked. Marcus turned to the blonde woman, now clutching her phone like a shield. "You slapped my wife." "She bumped me," the woman barked. "It was aggressive. She was rude. I didn't even know she was pregnant." "She's 8 months along," Marcus said, his voice low, steady. "And you hit her." The woman crossed her arms. "It's not my fault people walk around like they're fragile." "Maybe don't bring your personal problems into public." People were recording now. Phones were out. One young woman, early 20s, tattoo sleeve. Steady hands, walked up and said, "I got the whole thing. You slapped her, for no reason." Store employees rushed in. The manager appeared. EMTs were called. Security reviewed footage. Police were on their way. The woman, now clearly panicking, tried to walk away. "This is all a big misunderstanding. You people are making it worse than it is." But the video didn't lie. It showed the slap. It captured Emma's reaction. It recorded the silence that followed: shock, disgust, disbelief. When the officers arrived, they spoke to witnesses. Emma sat on a bench, Lucas in her lap now, her eyes focused far away. Marcus stood beside her, protective but calm, controlled. The woman, whose name was later revealed to be Linda Price, was arrested at the scene for misdemeanor assault. She resisted at first, claimed she was being targeted. But the officers had what they needed. And the internet would soon have more. The young woman who filmed the incident posted the clip later that night. It spread faster than any of them expected. Tens of thousands of views in hours, then hundreds of thousands. Comments poured in: outrage, empathy. People sharing their own stories of public humiliation and entitlement unchecked. Emma and Marcus weren't looking for fame, but they chose to speak. In a simple post, Marcus wrote, "We don't want vengeance, but we want people to understand that what happened today wasn't just a slap. It was a reminder that compassion is optional for some." And that's a problem. Media outlets picked it up. A local news station asked Emma for an interview. She declined. "I'm not a victim," she said. "I'm a mother and a person, and I was treated like I was neither." At Linda's arraignment, her attorney pleaded that it was a moment of panic, an accident, a lapse in judgment. But the judge didn't flinch. "You struck a pregnant woman." The judge said, "Not in defense, not in fear, but in anger, in public, in front of witnesses. That's not a mistake, that's a decision." Linda was sentenced to 18 months of probation, 100 hours of community service at a women's shelter, and 6 months of mandatory anger management classes. She was also ordered to write a formal apology to Emma by hand. Emma never opened the letter. She kept it sealed, tucked in a drawer. "I don't need her apology," she told Marcus. "I needed to know that I could stand up and not break." In the weeks that followed, strangers in the store where it all happened recognized her. Some apologized. Others offered warm smiles. A cashier gave Lucas a free toy. A woman quietly handed Emma a bouquet of daisies and said, "For strength." Emma gave birth to a healthy baby girl 6 weeks later. They named her Lily, not because of what happened, but in spite of it. Because some days, you get to choose what defines you, the slap, or the strength that came after. And Emma, she chose strength.